This segment is sponsored by Jacobs Financial Services. Not too long ago, I went on a road trip through Michigan's Upper Peninsula and into Canada. It was beautiful. It was a route I'd never driven before, and I relied on my car's mapping system. Well, just like a road trip up north, retirement is a journey that is best guided by a road map. Tom Jacobs is here from Jacobs Financial Services with plans for a retirement roadmap that'll get you where you want to be. Hi, Tom.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, as with many things in life, I guess retirement is something that requires some planning, right?
Absolutely right. More planning, the more likely it is you're going to enjoy your trip.
Where does planning begin?
I think it takes stock of where are we today, where are we trying to go, and then we plan the steps in between.
And you provide a roadmap for people who really want to create a vision for that life, that next stage of life, and then live it out thoroughly.
Well, we realize that so many folks, they're doing the right thing, they're saving, they're just doing all of the right things, but they don't really have a plan. So we put all that together, what we call the Jacobs Retirement Roadmap. It takes stock of, okay, here's where we are today, here's what retirement looks like for us, what do we have to do, and then we address those, what we call milestones. So, for example, how do we claim our Social Security? What do we do with our pension if we have a pension available? Do we leave the money in our company retirement plan? Do we move it to an IRA? And when do we do these things? And we put all that together in what's called an income plan so people can clearly see where their income, where their paycheck is going to come from in retirement.
Yeah, because just because you retire doesn't mean you can't have a paycheck coming in on the regular.
That's right. And for most people, if we can put together a plan so you have multiple paychecks guaranteed every month for the rest of your life, maybe that Social Security check and a pension check and a check out of your investment account. Wow, wouldn't it be great knowing every month before the month even starts that you have 3 or 4 checks guaranteed that month?
Guaranteed though, Tom. How is it guaranteed? Explain that piece of it.
Well, you got to have your money in spots where it's going to produce a guaranteed check. Like Social Security is one example.
Yeah.
Pension plans, depending on how you take your pension, is another example. We do a lot of business with insurance companies. We sell fixed indexed annuities. Fixed indexed annuities oftentimes have a strategy where you can use that account to create a guaranteed income. It's guaranteed by the insurance company. And what's so cool about those? It's guaranteed forever. You can't outlive it. So if you live to 700 years old, that check is guaranteed every month for the rest of your life. Here's what happens. So many people right here in West Michigan, they've played by the rules, they've done all the right things, they've saved and saved and saved, they retire, and then all of a sudden, whoosh, they put a death grip on their money. And I think they're thinking in the back of their brain, hey, honey, maybe we didn't save enough. What if there's a medical event? Let's not take the trip this year. We'll do it next year. And now all of a sudden, people are compromising the quality of their retirement because they're living in fear. Whereas if you had a plan and you knew for a fact where your income is going to come from, it's for the rest of your life, it takes the handcuffs off. You can more freely enjoy your retirement, spend the money you work so darn hard to save.
You have told me before that the number one concern of a lot of people who sit down with you, Tom, is, have I done enough? So what is enough?
You know, and that changes for everybody. Everybody's plan is different. Enough is different number. Really depends on lifestyle. What do we want to do in retirement? Do we want to stay here with friends and family and be local? Do we want to travel the world? Whatever your plan is, we have to develop a strategy to help you execute that.
You are not sitting down with 20-year-olds in the beginning of their careers, even 30 or 40, kind of in the midst of sock it away time.
Right.
Who is your typical client?
Our clients are folks that are approaching retirement. Maybe in the next 3, 5, 7 years, they're starting to think about it or plan, or maybe they've already retired. So a typical client of ours is someone that's maybe 55 to 80 years old. They saved their working career. They're getting ready to have to make some big decisions. That's who we want to help. We want to partner and help them make brilliant decisions so they can win.
Those 40-year-olds, you want to see those folks down the road somewhere.
Yeah, right.
Well, keep at it. Stay in the stock market where they can handle some.
What I believe with every fiber in my body is as we get older, we need to take less risk simply because we have less time to recover. So if you're 20, 30, 40, you probably should be invested in the market. You've got time to go up and down. But gosh, if you're approaching retirement, the last thing in the world you want to do is lose money. Not one penny. And I believe an account that never loses principal, spends no time recovering from losses. If we're not paying silly, wild fees, at the end of the day, oftentimes that's going to beat the violent thrashing of the up and down of the market.
All right, folks, let's get you started on this next life journey. All it takes is a phone call to Tom. His number 616-622-4654, or visit jacobsfs.com. Good to see you, Tom.
Thank you.